This is a video introducing BlockApps version 1.0.0, an add-in for AutoCAD, adding 4 new commands to AutoCAD to manipulate block names. When BlockApps is installed successfully under the ribbon's add-ins, there will be a new palette called BlockApps for you to access the 4 new commands along with the apps info page which you saw earlier, or you can select those new commands from a toolbar or type them from the command line. The first 3 of these new commands have very similar interfaces, and I'm going to go over them now. DDBlkAdd is the first of these commands, which gives you now the ability to add a prefix or suffix to the block name. The operations as to what kind of you want to do, a prefix, suffix, or both, are listed in the top. The block names themselves are listed in a list box in the middle of the dialog box, and then a series of command buttons are below. So with these block names selected, I'm going to go ahead and add the prefix, and notice it added the prefix, and then I'm going to go ahead and add the suffix, and then I'm going to do both. So these operations actually has not been completed, but this provides a preview window as to how they will look like when the block names are actually changed. Once I click apply, now those operations are completed successfully. Alright, I'm going to move on now to the next new command, and I'm going to access that through the toolbar, DDBlkCas. Again, very similar setup where you have the radio buttons for various operations at the top, the block names listed in the middle, and then the buttons at the bottom. So this time I'm going to go ahead and change the BlockCase command allows me to convert the block names either all to uppercase, all to lowercase, or just the first letter. And again, until I click apply, none of those operations are completed. I'm going to go ahead and select this block name, change that to up all, apply, and I'm going to show you what happens when I click up first. And what up first will do is not only will it capitalize the first letter in the block name, but also any letters following a space, which is in this case the beginning of the word. Notice that plan is the letter P, and then the sample is changed to uppercase, and click apply. Just like before, I could click on this button to go ahead and select my blocks on the screen, and notice that those are the blocks names based on the objects that's selected for me to again do additional manipulation with them. I could do low all, up first again, and until I click apply, none of those operations were completed. Alright, the third command I'm going to show is DDBlkF&R. And DDBlkF&R will now gives you ability to find and replace block names with matching characters. For example, I'm going to go ahead and find a block in the block name with that has a dash in there and replace it with a dollar symbol. And this again, the operations on the radio buttons on top, and all the block names are highlighted are the ones that where the changes occurred. And I'm going to click apply. And now with this find and replace, I can actually find a space bar and replace it with a, let's say, dash a dash all. So I found spaces in those 3 block names and replaced them with dash a dash. Click apply. I could also search for, and I could do a select all, and I'll only find what I want it wants to find with PRE, and I'm going to replace that with a dash. And I'm going to look for at the beginning of the block name only, which is start, and so it found those. I'm going to click apply, and it looks like there are 2 dashes, so I'm going to go ahead and replace one of the dashes, find 1 dash, and replace it with nothing. And again, I'm going to do all because I want to search through the entire name of the block. Click all, and notice that it replaced every instance of dash with nothing. click apply. Alright, and I could also do the same where I go, well, I want to replace, find space and replace that with a dash. All. So every block name that has a space now has been replaced with a dash. Click apply. Right. I'm going to go ahead and show you the last, the fourth command that BlockApps adds, which is the ability to do renaming blocks by picking them on the screen. So DDBlkRen now reads the request that I pick a block. I'm going to go ahead and pick this block, and it's going to list for me where I want the new name to be in the edit box. And then for the current name, it shows me not only the current block but also a list of all the other blocks in the drawing. For now, I'm going to go ahead and just rename the one that I've selected with a space, and notice in the command line it shows that this block has been renamed. Now I'm going to go ahead and execute that command again, and this time I'm going to pick a different block. Let's say that block, and I go, well, I really don't want to pick that block. Now I could also pick again, but if I know exactly what the name of the block is, like chair, I'm going to go ahead and select this block name from here and rename that block right on the screen. Click OK, and notice that it shows that that block name has been changed. And to confirm, I could always, of course, re-execute the command and then select that chair, and it shows that that chair has been renamed from a chair to now just chair. Okay, this completes the video introduction to BlockApps version 1.0.0.